Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to define motivation plans in Ignico. So basically you go to the admin panel and then to the section bonuses where you can find motivation plans. You click on new motivation plan and you can start configuration. But before we start, what is the motivation plan? So basically motivation plan is a set of rewarding rules which we call bonuses that defines how do you want to reward your target audience, whether it's your sales team or your brand ambassadors, your partners, affiliates, or kind of employees, whoever you want to reward. So defining motivation plan starts with defining particular bonuses. How do you do that? So you select the bonus from the pre-programmed options that we did for you, and then you define parameters for these bonuses. As an example, let's say you want to reward as a percentage value of every action. So whenever there is an action assigned to someone, you can add some sort of reward, which is a percentage. At the beginning, you define based on what parameter, based on what value type you reward, whether it's currency or points. It's defined on an action level. So if a currency is going to be like a value of, for example, sales expressed in a currency, then you select the action types that you defined before, based on which the rewards will be calculated. Let's say we want to reward based on transactions, and you set the percentage of like a total volume and actions value. So let's say we will have like 10%. Then you can add obviously the name and description. These fields are going to be visible for your people after they log in, and then you need to add a reward. So whenever you have a bonus where you set any kind of parameters, the reward you should set is a commission that is calculated based on bonuses parameters. And this way, this bonus is defined. But the thing is that within motivation plan, you may have more than one bonus. So imagine that you want to reward every first action, in example sales, differently. So not 10%, but some other percent. Let's say like it's going to be 20%. And again, you set the value type, which is currency, and again, transactions. So now we're having a motivation plan that rewards 10% for every sale, but for the first sale, as an encouragement, it's going to be 20%. And again, you can set a name and so on. If you don't set it, then the name will be taken from the definition here, from the name of the bonus. So then again, reward could be commission that is calculated based on the bonuses parameters. So we are set for now with the two bonuses within motivation plan. Let's explore even more. So you may have different types of bonuses. For example, bonus for the fixed number of actions. And this is an example of bonus that is not having any kind of parameters here, because as the description says, we need to go to the conditions section to define a condition. So this is a section with the conditions, and many of them pre-programmed again, and we may have a condition that is number of actions. So let's say it's going to be again transactions, and then we say greater or equal than 5. So in that case, we are having a bonus that says whenever someone reaches 5 actions of a type transaction, then we need to reward him somehow. But for now, we cannot say that it's going to be commission based on the calculated based on the parameters, because there are no parameters like expressed in as a value of some actions. So we need to set as a commission, which is, for example, fixed amount. So let's say it's going to be 1,000 of a currency that you're using. And this way, you may configure different other bonuses. It may be a bonus like, for fulfilling conditions, which is the most general type of the bonus. You don't configure anything, and the rest you configure in the conditions. There are also some, let's say, advanced bonuses. For example, you may have like bonus per each number of actions. So it's not like reaching 5 actions, but you may say per every 5 actions of a type transaction, and again you set the reward, so it can be repeated. So there are many other bonuses that you can explore. Going for a while also to the rewards. Again, there could be more than one reward within one bonus. So let's say you may have this financial reward that we already set, but we may also issue a rank that is selectable here, and you can define it in the different place in admin panel. So this way you may have multiple ranks. Let's say we're all set with the bonuses, and we go to the next section of definition of the motivation plan, which is the name of this motivation plan. It's going to be displayed to your users and some sort of description. And even more importantly, the frequency by which there are going to be payouts based on this motivation plan. And there are a couple of frequencies, like weekly, monthly, and instantly. So starting with weekly and monthly, which are similar, there are kind of periods based on which system makes payouts. So within this period, let's say it's going to be a month. So within this period, all the commissions are calculated, are displayed to your users, but they are not transferred to their wallets so that they can pay it out. So for the monthly bonuses, you may also define a grace period. The grace period is something that helps you to maintain a certain number of days between the month ends and the moment where you want to make a payout to your wallets. Typical use case here is when you're running an e-commerce store and you're entitled to give 14 days period for your people for the returns of the goods that they purchases. It's according to the law. Then let's say you may set like the 15th day is a day of a payout, so you are sure that all the returns have been done by that day. And obviously you set the start date and end date. There is also some calculation order, which is pretty advanced option, because you may have like two motivation plans, and in one a reward would be assigning a rank, and in the other a condition could be having a rank. So these two coincides, and this is the way how you set the whole motivation plan. What happens if you choose the frequency that is not monthly but is instantly? You don't have the grace period, because the result of the calculation as a reward is instantly transferred to people wallet. So there is nothing like a grace period, there's nothing like periodic calculation, it's just the result goes to the wallet directly. So if you want to track kind of periodic commissions and their calculations, you go to the bonuses and periodic commissions, and you have all the calculations here. These bonuses, these motivation plans are recalculated every few minutes, but if you want to launch recalculation manually, you can do it by hitting the button recalculate. So you have all the results of the calculations here. You may filter them, obviously, etc. And then at the end, when the grace period ends for the particular period, the result is marked as closed, as you may see here, and is paid at the particular date and time. By paid, it means it goes to the wallet of a user, and then the payout is a completely different story, meaning like the payout for a user. So what happened, or where to track all the bonuses, all the results of the calculation that are done not periodically but instantly. You need to track them in the wallet transactions. So basically every single user has got its wallet, and all the transactions transferred to the wallets are stored here. So every single user with the description, with the amount, all the transactions are given here. And that's the way how you set the motivation plan. That's the way how you track what are the rewards, where they are stored, and what are the amounts of them. Thank you very much. In case of any questions, please feel free to ask us on the chat in your admin panel in Ignico.